collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus, collectors in disguise. Children of Primus. Children of Primus.
And here we are. Yeah, here we are once again. And Frenzy Freestyle Sunday, Teletran 1. We've got a Hot Wheels Optimus Prime in the bottom right there.
I still have never. Valentine's Day leftover Easter bin aisles at Kroger's. I just happened to go to that way, which I normally don't, and I just looked down. I'm like, oh shit.
See, I always, every time I walk by a Hot Wheels aisle these days, I take a quick look to see if any of those are there, and it has never once happened. So you're like, I found it in a random bin. I'm like, that's the thing I keep hoping is going to happen.
Got both of these, the sushi and the salmon and the tuna sushi.
That is funny.
I didn't realize there was two of them until like on the Facebook groups for Hot Wheels on. And I was like, know what? Since I happened to see this, and one of these was in the bin with that Optimus right next to it. I was like, let me see if they happen to have the other one, and they did. So I was like, oh, because that was the only way I was going to justify getting them. Is that not that Hot Wheels costs a lot, but I just didn't see much of a point unless I could get both of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, Hot Wheels only cost a couple $. That's why, if I ever see one of these guys, of course I'll grab it, because it's not an expenditure.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I finally got a bone shaker.
Did you find them?
I hear a voice. There it is.
Mod mill. Right,
I've been kind of busy. I was just doing a stop motion, hence why I was very much muted.
It's like, hang on, I need to take 5 minutes to put a stop motion together.
Oh, that's right. Anthony, you weren't here last week.
No, I wasn't. What was I doing? I was doing something. I don't even remember now.
Time is a social construct.
Yeah.
Okay, I returned. Oh wait, my screen blocker's off.
Whoa, that's one of those TFCon seekers.
These are just on Show Z Store.
That's a Make Toys one. That's
yeah.
I say TFCon because they sell these often as TFCon exclusives. I've even seen different ones in that clear packaging.
Yeah, I like this. I don't like that. I don't like that she's in there backwards. Because her name is here.
Yeah. Well, what is its fake name?
Violet Storm.
Violet Storm. Okay, so I couldn't tell you. That's either Bitstream or Hotlink. I always forget which is the blue one, which is the purple one, but it's one of those two.
No, this is Violet Storm, damn it.
Yeah, right, of course. That's the old third-party thing. We've never heard of these characters. This is our totally original creation.
That's right. This is the female sister of Skywarp.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. There's a screenshot in the G1 cartoon that everybody loves to highlight where one of the Seekers happens to be drawn in a way that looks vaguely feminine. So they're like, look, Lady Seeker in the background of the cartoon. Meanwhile, it was probably just the art.
That sounds like a fun idea to just, what I would do? I would just steal. So I wouldn't steal, I'd purchase. I'd buy 2 86 Starscreams, then buy 2 Legacy Slipstreams, and then just kit bash them together and make the siblings.
Well, the Seeker that Magnus just shown, there's an all-white one. Now, if you're able to get that one, then you can customize it to whatever colors and make it a super unique character that only Impactor Productions in the entire planet would have, because that would be your character.
But she's $20 more. She's $100.
Oh.
Anyways, wait.
They make female
Toy Warp.
Mm-hmm.
If I had my hands on that, I feel like I would just pull out Prime Starscream and give her the cliff jumper treatment.
It's funny because
that sounds wrong.
Like Prime Starscream.
It does.
That sounds very wrong.
Because I know that to go off this, there is more superior Starscreams out there, and either Transformers Prime Starscream, the first edition one, or any of the Gamer Edition Seekers are, in my opinion, superior by destruction.
By destruction. Stop tearing up your toys.
I mean, as in stop motion destruction. Seriously.
Right. Well, let's catch up on the comments.
No, I'm not gonna break the figures. Why would I break them?
Because you have in the past.
I mean, that was the past. This is now.
Yeah, but what's it? Quote Mr. Magnus: "The best indicator of present behavior is past behavior."
Right.
Does that mean as humans we're all kind of doomed, considering the past of
Oh, yep. I got to take
just
a break
our
for a minute,
past?
guys. I'll be right back.
No
I
worries.
approve of Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII summoning the meteor to destroy us all.
There you go.
Okay. Anyways, so Optimus Prime Hot Wheels with trailer.
Oh, the version with the trailer, just to flex on us.
Then I got, well, Crosshairs.
Nice, you got the movie.
What else? Wait, I got second Crosshairs.
Okay.
What about second Crosshairs? We've had one.
I got the original Barricade with the Punish to Enslave, actually.
Oh, that one's uncommon because they took him out of circulation.
Oh wow.
Yep. So that it was a rare one. Stinger.
Mm-hmm.
Drift. Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everybody.
And then Magnus.
Oh, nice. Everybody
Nice.
always ignores the fact that they did a bunch of movie guys too, because everyone's so interested in the G1 ones they did.
So yeah, the Barricade there, I saw it going for, actually. I think I saw it going for 200 at one point, since it's, well, the
Oh.
Punish to Enslave thing is, well, very much rare.
Mhm.
And my mom apparently got in an entire Hot Wheels lot. And this was back during Easter.
Yeah. So to enlighten everybody on what happens, Barricade famously has a bit of writing on his car mode that says "to punish and enslave," as a parody of "to serve and protect" because he's a Decepticon. Mattel decided they didn't like that, so they changed their mind and pulled it out of circulation. Supposedly, they did put him back in with the little writing on him removed, but the ones that still have the original thing on them are like really rare.
Okay. And I mean, I really like that saying that they put on him. Like, it's just cool for especially since he's a Decepticon.
Yeah.
Now let's catch up on the comments, and I know that we do have to catch up on some news, which
Mr. Mario here is the most, I think he is second by Toy Warp, the most commenting person, and that's a compliment.
that is a huge compliment. So as we go through our comments, Mario has welcomed, hello again, Children of Primus, and hello Mario. Always a pleasure to have you on. And Toy Warp hanging out, saying, always watching Wazowski.
And
Oh
Magnus,
no, they found me.
Oh dear.
So funny story that always watching Wazowski. I've been working at the casino, doing a bunch of repairs and stuff down there. Well, in December, my daughter started working there. Not for me, for working for the casino.
Mm-hmm.
And she is now in surveillance.
Oh.
And when we got there Friday and we were working, I get a text message and I pull it up and it's a screenshot of me from behind.
Nice.
And I turn around and I look and I don't see anything. And I turn back around and I get another text message of me looking right at whatever taking the picture of me like that. And she typed in, always watching Wazowski, always watching.
Always watching.
So the loading dock has a hidden camera that you can't see.
Those are the best, I mean, there's the cameras that you see when you walk in, and I'm like, then there's other cameras. They're watching. They're always watching.
And they have the obvious one,
Mm-hmm.
the one that's out here on the pole hanging out at the corner. Like that, but evidently there's another one because we could see the fence. We could see the chain link fence from the parking garage. We're going, there's nothing over there. There's not even a pipe. It's concrete. There's just a concrete wall. But somewhere, because I'm turning around, I'm like, all right, so I'm here. And it's got to be coming through that fence.
The hidden cameras. It's well hidden. Mario says some of you guys weren't here last stream when covering the recent reveals for the studio series in terms of 86 movie, and also said the one with the toy fair, yeah, the toy fair that was in New York in the Age of the Primes, and it's funny we did mention that just before because our main news person, Fear of Courage, was not here last week, so we briefly skipped.
Some of you guys, you're really just calling me out specifically.
We briefly skipped over it because we're just like, here's some new stuff. I'm like, okay, who knows about it?
When will they stop using the mini Dinobots? I'm not against this, but like it seems like they've reissued these dudes so many times now.
Okay, so this is Age of the Primes Monstructor, right? He's finally getting an update.
Why does his head look like Overlord?
That's because he's based on how he looked in the IDW comics, where he was a lot more monstrous, as his name implies. Yeah, but like everybody knew this was going to happen because the other guys that they repainted these guys into Dino King, that was just Monstructor's Japanese release, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, of course, they're going to do the U.S. version, and this is basically the first time since the 80s that they've made a new version of Monstructor, so it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, but I looked at this one too, and I'm sorry, it looks like Dollar General Transformers.
That's because that's what they were always colored like.
I'm not talking about the color. I'm talking about just the transformation of them at all.
Well, the original ones back in when they came out in 87, 88 looked exactly like Dollar General. So that's why I don't know anyone back then who had them, because we're like, what is this?
These are like the originals were barely bigger than Micromasters, so these are a size and complexity upgrade. They just don't have their Pretender shells, if that matters to people, which it might,
Oh, yeah, I forgot they were Pretenders, which I was going to say, is there a demand for Monstructor? Because no one ever really spoke of him from then till now.
Here's the thing. Fans want completed sets, right? They're doing... All of the other G1 combiners have gotten some update or another, but these guys haven't, so people will go, where's the last one? Regardless.
Right.
Well, it can't be the last one. We've got to have Protectobots. I'm drawing a blank. Defensor.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they did him back in Combiner Wars, so I'm
We
speaking...
need Defensor, Computron, and if Hasbro is nice enough, maybe the Seacons, since they are considered G1.
Like I said, they did these guys in Combiner Wars, which obviously they can do new updates, better updates, but these guys have just never gotten an update.
I mean, the little short Dinobots look better than these things do.
Yeah,
and on top of that, the little Dinobots, they added the deleted, well, not deleted, but the medic of the Dinobots, that being Scar. I would say that's an Ankylosaurus, if I'm correct. I think that's what it's called.
Okay, so let me put something else here. We have the name and identity of that soccer collaborative. It's going to be called Breakaway.
Okay.
But Breakaway, that's an aerial bot.
Yeah.
Wait, Breakaway is not an aerial bot.
They were in the movie universe.
Ah, okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, right. I forgot about that. To go off this, Breakaway was considered a combiner. This is weird. I just saw people doing custom. Somebody turned, not Silverbolt, it was somebody else in the Combiner Wars line into a custom. Like, there was an upgrade count there at one point to turn one of the aerial bot limbs from Combiner Wars into Breakaway.
All right. Okay, so we have some listings for some new 2026 items.
Please tell me that's reissue Basics Ironhide. I need it.
Yeah. So one of them is going to be Mega Zarak, which is an old figure that's repainted from Armada Megatron.
I actually like that repaint of that version.
Yeah.
That I would actually buy, maybe. Actually, I'm not against the Armada Megatron mold, but the Galvatron mold and the original, I personally like the original, but this one looks way better in my opinion.
Yeah, and the other thing they're showing a picture of here is they're going to be doing another 3-pack of Autobots, and it's Ironhide, Blue Streak, and Mirage. So this is probably the 86 Ironhide Earthrise Blue Streak and Kingdom Mirage, most of
What
which are
do they
kinda
have
hard.
in relations is my question. Because, I mean, now Ironhide I get because people have asked for a reissue, and we did get a reissue. I feel like they should reissue Ratchet instead of him personally, since Ratchet goes for $100 now.
Yeah, well,
But
maybe they will eventually.
but Blue Streak it makes sense, and Mirage it makes sense.
Yeah,
Since
because they
we're
were
getting
both from like,
Prowl,
exclusives
getting
and
Prowl.
multi-packs. Yeah. And there's also going to be some kind of Dark Energon exclusive toy line that's going to have Siege Optimus, Siege Megatron, and a couple of weaponizers. We don't know much about that yet, but it'll be interesting to see what it actually looks like.
Cool.
Okay, so these were the Toy Fair. These were the '86 reveals, which you talked about last week. The one thing I want to point out is we now have eyes on how to properly transform Astro Train, so he looks way better because all the
Yes.
stock photos they showed off had his chest transformed wrong. So that's
Yes.
what he's supposed to look like.
Okay, now that I would be willing to now purchase, because at first I was against the idea of purchasing him.
Yeah. Sharper eyes than mine that really can do toy science with their brains were already saying, like, he's obviously mistransformed. Wait for the good photos to come out.
Yeah, I saw a video of one of the designers showing that the little connections between the bar that connects the train wheels,
Mhm.
does the whole that bit moving around
I just want to
when
point
you
out
roll the wheels.
train smoke effect part.
So
Oh,
now
you
that
know-
I've officially seen this, I
You know
think
what I'm
this-
going to do with that? You know what I'm
Don't.
going to
It's
do with that?
Teletran 1.
That
he's
right
gonna
there.
give it to Megatron.
No, I'm going to put it on my battle damaged Prowl.
Ooh.
Oh.
Make it
Yeah,
come
that's
out of his mouth.
Nice.
So there's Kranix with his Marvel Comics alt mode.
I like that one. I like him. There were people complaining about him. I like him.
Wait, people
Well,
complaining? Yeah, give me
It's
names.
people that don't realize that the transformation, the alt mode, is a reference to something from the G1 comics. That's
Yeah.
basically the people who are complaining.
In both
This
the,
right here-
the
So screw
80s
them.
movie adaptation and in the Transformers Universe guidebook, they showed a picture of that. So, like, that's a pre-existing design.
I plan, so now that I've seen what Astro Train looks like, now Astro Train I think will be one I do decide to purchase, along with Kranix. But I don't know if I'm going to go for Shockwave just yet. I mean, he comes with his gun mode self. But for me personally, I just want to wait until he's a little less expensive. Also, Hasbro failed us with Sunstreaker and Wheeljack.
Yeah, these guys are just the guys from the Generation Selects multi-pack, just kind of released again on their own without any changes.
Wow.
Which, you know,
My only issue with Sunstreaker, they just gave us the same gun thing. The 4-pack did it better, giving him an actual second gun.
oh yeah, I didn't even notice that.
That was the first thing I immediately noticed, because I had problems trying to use his spoiler gun in a stop motion so long ago, to the point that I gave up using it.
I just want to point out too that Shockwave is a really funny thing to me because that's his Siege figure, but they tooled out all of his bumpy bits and made him smooth like the animation.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. That's an A+.
Mhm.
And it's supposed to be a little bit of tabs they added to make them plug into the one shoulder of Brutus.
Yeah. So I'll have photos of this somewhere in these tabs, but that Shockwave can plug into Bruticus's shoulder, the new one. And so this is the big Matrix of Leadership roleplay item. Did we see this last week?
Mm-hmm.
It's hundreds of dollars. It plays the touch. It's
It will
already
be
out
here.
of stock. Yeah.
It
I
will be
figured.
here.
Okay, so this is the new Cyberworld stuff, and they showed it off at Toy Fair.
Is that Bombshell?
No, but here's the biggest important thing for me. Cyberverse, the show, is getting a second season. They confirmed it there, so I'm going to get more of that series. which is good 'cause I like
Cyberverse.
it.
I'm
Show
excited.
show the pirate scourge.
That's
Arr!
not here, but I'll get to
Not
it.
here yet.
So, yeah, this is
I
a
saw that
version.
and I just laughed my ass off singing the
This is
SpongeBob
this is a
song.
Cyberverse version of Soundwave, and he has sweet tentacles and
Soundwave?
a submarine.
What incarnations did they do to him? This
Yeah,
is a
look.
I seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
It's
This is a
Teletran 1.
murder prime moment here for me. That is not Soundwave.
Well, listen,
It looks
yeah,
like Octopunch.
the way I see it, you got the Studio Series 86 guy being the faithful G1 guy. So over in Cyberworld, they're just like, let's go a little crazy, one toy line over. Since you got
Why
the
does he have a mouth?
Why not?
So to give you to intentionally, specifically give you nightmares.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the rest of these guys are
There's
mostly
a
just
Spinosaurus
repaints.
shockwave. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Still just now.
I'll get to him. We saw some in-hand images of Liege Maximo next to the Fallen, proving that he's huge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
There's the money shot. Look at how tall he is compared to the Fallen. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Well,
I'm looking for.
why is he not? I feel like he would be priced at commander class.
Well, somehow they managed to fit him into the leader class price point, so my wallet is not complaining.
Except leader class is still the unfortunate price of like $62.
Yeah. Okay, this is freaking weird. This is probably not
this
covered in my
thing!
country.
People have been cursing this thing.
Yeah. So this is part of a Walmart
Oh,
line
yeah,
celebrating the American whatever anniversaries, 200th, 250th, I don't remember.
Okay.
Look, I don't live there, so I'm sorry, my audience. And this is
What this is.
Kingdom Air Razor as a character named Star Eagle painted in American flag colors. They're going to be carrying this in the U.S.
I might
this
buy
whole
it
thing
if
exists.
it's like $5.
Yeah. The funny thing is, this looks like, okay, you know how there's that character Blue Bolts that comes with the big Omega Prime HasLab? I talked about it enough. Blue Bolts used to have a beast mode, and it was a blue eagle that was digitally repainted from this figure. So people are probably going to want this because it's unofficially another Blue Bolts figure. But yeah, this is a weird thing that exists. There's more about that. Okay, Toy Fair images. It's mostly stuff we've already talked about. Twin Mill, the Hot Wheels collaborative, is getting a red repaint instead of the blue one, which is very Hot Rod-esque. Now, I believe somewhere over here we get to see the fully assembled Bruticus. Yeah, here he is. So first of all, he looks way better than that stock photography we saw before. And second of all, you can see Studio Series Shockwave mounted onto his shoulder.
Yes.
That is sick, but I still don't like the dark green arms.
Well, let me tell you, if I could swing a Commander class figure right now, this is the one I'd be grabbing. So he looks pretty good to me.
I mean, I'm not against it, but still, I'm just gonna hope for the best that whatever the upgrade kit company is. I forget what their name is again.
DNA Design.
Yeah, I'm hoping DNA Design just gives us gray arms. That's the only. I have officially said to my dad and to my wallet in the future that I'm going to go for Bruticus, but I'm not going to go for him right away. I'm going to only go for the limbs that aren't super expensive at the time and moment, and then once DNA Design gives us the upgrade kit, I pre-order it, and then I go for the others.
All right. Yeah, so this is all stuff we already talked about, I believe. Yep. Okay. Oh, okay. This is the Cyberworld booth where we get to see a few extra things, I think. Yeah, so here is Cyberworld Shockwave, and he changes into a Spinosaurus. Yeah, and everybody's complaining about Submarine Soundwave. Nobody should complain about this.
That's quite an interesting looking alt mode.
Yeah, there's in-hand images of that Soundwave. I know they made a Scourge pirate ship. I can't find photos anymore. There's a
Why is Soundwave so big?
I don't know. He's one of the larger figures. They're also making a giant Bumblebee that's a base.
You know what? That Soundwave looks like. The alt mode is a inspiration from the episode with Brawn, Perceptor, and who else where they shrunk and went inside Megatron.
Oh, yeah, Megatron's evil brainwaves.
Yes.
I could see that being a thing. I'll have to find the Scourge pirate ship. I thought it was among these photos, but I guess not. Yeah. There's a Cyberworld Scourge, and he changes. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. They don't have his robot mode on display, but there's his pirate ship mode. There's
Interesting.
Chop Chop riding it. He's got the flag. He's got a big sword up front, and he has a pirate hat and eye patch in his robot mode.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're like, we're doing the accurate stuff over in Studio Series and Age of the Primes. So over in Cyberworld, they're like, let's get weird with it. And you know what? Fair. They got
Why
to do
not?
something to differentiate themselves.
Why not?
I was Astro Train transformed properly again. Here's a little thing that. Oh, hang on. I closed the tab by accident. There we go. Here's a little thing that Skybound announced. They're doing the Transformers the Movie Deluxe Edition, which is going to come with the old Marvel issues that they adapted,
Okay.
and the IDW ones that Bob Budiansky came back to write for IDW. And here's the lovely cover of it.
Nice.
And this is important because within the pages of that Marvel Comics adaptation are those panels that I always bring up on the show as the reason for why you shouldn't blame Hot Rod for Optimus's death. They're literally, buy this book, they're in there.
Hasbro did, I think, an official video saying we're sorry about Optimus Prime's death.
Yep.
Hasbro's been doing a lot of funny things with
With their social
their
media.
apology tour.
Yeah. Well, at least they're having fun with it.
Exactly.
And I think that hits the end of all the news items that I know about that have happened.
And there we go.
Yeah, the one I'm most happiest about is just that Cyberworld's getting another season. I've been having a lot of fun with that show, and I'm glad they're going to keep going.
Now, while you're at it, you did have a mention about the recent Transformers comics.
Oh yeah, I finally caught up because it was one of the things I've been doing in the new year is I've been rewinding all of these things back to the beginning and reading all the way through them, getting up to the present day. So I did that with Skybound's Transformers. Daniel Warren Johnson's run on the comic came to a pretty good end at the issue 24. They tied most of their stuff up, and then Robert Kirkman takes over, who he's been writing Void Rivals. He also famously writes Walking Dead and Invincible, and it is not great. I read it and I'm like, this is a very visible step down.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's weird because he's over there writing Void Rivals, and I'm reading that now. And I'm like, this is all right. What happened with Transformers? And the thing that's really interesting, I was reading this, and the main reason that everybody's complaining, and the reason I agree with, is that suddenly the comic is very slow. Because Daniel Warren Johnson's run on it, it was, stuff happening in every issue, super robot wrestling, all these random deaths happening. And then Robert Kirkman's run on it, mostly people walking and talking.
Well, is he trying to slow it down in a sense where, comic book style writing tends to, build storylines through multiple issues as opposed to like every issue is a climax.
Maybe. It's just really strange coming off of one run of issues paced this way and the other run of issues paced the other. The thing that I thought while I was reading it was I read a lot of Walking Dead, his other comic, right?
Okay.
And it feels like he's pacing it like that because Walking Dead, you'd have a lot of issues that were just people walking and talking and discussing things. But it worked fine there because like the mundanity of day-to-day life after an apocalypse was kind of the point of that story.
Okay.
So in Transformers, to have things stop happening, everybody have to sort of discuss their situation and figure out what they're going to do and talk about stuff. It's very strange to read everything suddenly being so slow, and it's kind of underwhelming, honestly. Like things happen, like
so far.
5 of them. We're gonna be on the 6th one of his run next month. Ultra Magnus steps down and hands the title to RC. RC gets her new form, and then Optimus is like, "Actually, no, we need 2 of you. We want you to continue being Ultra Magnus." And he's like, "Yeah, sure." Megatron gets his troops in order. Thundercracker decides to become an Autobot.
Don't forget about Trailbreaker.
Yeah, Trailbreaker dies. This was the second last issue. So that's the first time something big happened in like 5 issues.
Wow.
And to go off this, he got the deleted Jazz Bayverse death.
Yeah, with Megatron like eating his spark. So I'm making it
Oh,
sound like a big thing happened, but that was incredible.
okay.
Um, and also, like, there's a bunch of stuff with GI Joe because Optimus and General Flag are trying to hash out how an alliance between them is going to work. Like I said, a lot of walking and talking.
Well, no, I thought General Flag was a part of Mask.
No, but I tell you, I was clapping like a sitcom character came through the door because Miles Mayhem from Mask was in this, and uh, that's another piece of news. I haven't. They didn't have it on TFW. They've
Yeah, Mask.
announced.
We got
Yeah,
this. You talk.
they're going to be doing Skybound is going to be doing Mask comics now as part of the Energon universe because during this run of issues they introduced Miles Mayhem, and who's obviously doing his own thing, working with GI Joe. Then he's like, "Screw you guys, I'm going to go my own way," and he leaves on his transforming helicopter.
So
And now they're doing a Mask comic.
So Mask, I don't know when. I think it's coming out sooner or later. I think it's coming out in June.
Yeah, I should look that up. I forgot about
To
that.
mention this, one of the cover issues of Mask shows the Autobots in there, and then it also shows Cliff Jumper there. Last issue, we see Alita 1 is back on Earth now, or is on Earth now. Something tells me in the next whatever amount of issues we get till June, Cliff Jumper is going to be back. That's just something I feel like is going to happen. Since if the Mask issue shows Cliff Jumper in it as one of its covers, then Cliff Jumper might be in there.
Isn't Cliff Jumper like the red shirts in Star Trek? Doesn't he always die in every?
Oh no,
That happened
series?
3 times.
In every
That's-
series, he dies. He's the sacrificial.
I
We
mean,
gotta
he-
kill somebody. Kill Cliff Jumper.
It almost happened in G1. It almost happened.
Yeah,
So to go off this, Cliff Jumper
multiple
survived.
times.
Cliff Jumper survived in G1.
Mainly because of his own
is still
stupidity.
surviving right now in this.
Well, the one thing I'm wondering, the fact with them combining Transformers, GI Joe, and Void Rivals, which I haven't read any of these newer comics, but by any chance, are they going to say base the Mask vehicle's abilities off of Transformers?
That's
Or-
what
Yeah,
gave him the idea.
Okay.
Yeah, the last time they crossed over, which was when IDW did its Hasbroverse stuff, that's exactly what happened. And in the Robert Kirkman stuff, they're implying that's what happened because he's like, "You got our Optimus visits their base so they can talk out their alliance." And Miles
Cool.
Mayhem's like, "Oh, I got the detailed scans of Optimus transforming, and I'm going to use those to help finish my little project here."
Called
Nice.
Rhino.
Yes.
And so I found a Hollywood Reporter talking about it. Robert Kirkman's Skybound unveils its Mask comic book. Now who's writing it? Writer Dan Waters and artist Pi Parr. I don't know who these guys are, but sure. I
Credit.
got a preview pages. And yeah, I'm happy they're doing that. Let me tell you, IDW's Mask comics were terrible. They were not good. You know why? They were written by Brandon Easton, who is the same guy that wrote the War for Cybertron show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I like Miles Mayhem because he showed up a lot in other crossovers, and he was really fun because he was pretty much a loud, blustery '80s bad guy in this setting that was otherwise trying to be serious, and it was
Nice.
really funny watching these two kind of worlds collide with each other.
Nice.
He other people would be serious, and he'd be like, "Oh, the costumes are what separate us from the rabble." You know. Feels like it needs to be. They need to find the most hammy British costume they could to play him.
Nice.
So maybe this new run with this different author will get this right.
And one more comment. Magnus has something on the screen. Mario says, Mark and even the recent Hasbro Pulse video on them on the cover of a recent Studio Series Wave, and they say there isn't room for improvement for Wheeljack and Sunstreaker when clearly there is.
You may think that, but the people actually making the toys literally said on the live stream they don't think so. So that's why they
Wow.
reissued them. It's so interesting having.
That was true.
Mhm,
There would not be DNA upgrades for them.
that's true.
As long as DNA can make an upgrade for them and people will buy the upgrade to make the figure better, there's room for improvement.
Yeah.
As long as
It's
CEOs at Hasbro are saying there's room for improvement.
Well,
it's so interesting that these guys are now like so publicly accessible through all these live streams and social media because
mhm.
it's like, what were they thinking? Well, we know what they're thinking. They told us, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Didn't
it's
you
funny
listen
to
to them last night? What's wrong with you?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the funny thing with the world of social media these days, whereas like anyone who's like CEO, celebrities and stuff, were hidden behind, behind that cloak of mysterious whatever happens in the background. Now you're like just sitting in a room and like, yeah, we're the CEO. This is what we're doing next week, and we're like, oh, okay, and that's what they're doing.
So
I
before,
mean, I like them.
I think Magnus is going to show something. I wasn't fully paying attention. I was working on this video. Unfortunately, the Lego versus Transformers video is not able to be posted tonight because I still need to do a whole bunch of crazy editing. But to make up for that, I pulled out of my dumb noggin here. I pulled out a very funny meme stop motion that I forgot to finish.
Oh, okay. It sounds
So
like you.
be aware, it's going to be very quick and a little weird, I would assume.
It sounds like a
So-
premiere waiting to happen. But over to you, Mr. Magnus.
So there is a new thing that y'all know that I'm a big fan of Big Bad Toy Store, due to the fact that you can pre-order stuff and you don't get charged until it comes in, and so you can cancel it if you happen to find it in store, but it allows you to get the figures coming to you if you're ready to buy them.
Right.
TF Source now does the same thing.
Oh,
It's called putting it in your stack. And
Oh yeah, they call it pile of loot with
you can stack items in there and you're not if you see right here, and this is also proven that we will have a matrix of leadership for us to show on the show. I've got one pre-ordered here. But you see to the right there, it says unpaid.
mm-hmm.
Now I can choose to go ahead and pay for it right now, and as soon as it comes in, it gets shipped. Or whenever it comes in, then I will be charged for it, and it goes into my stack. That way I can pile multiple things up in it like I do over at Big Bad Toy Store.
Right.
Yeah, to shave on shipping.
Yeah, because they have a lump sum shipping price. It doesn't matter how many pieces you put in it. That's what the price is for shipping. So TF Source has now got the same buy now, pay later as Big Bad Toy Store. And they're probably going to start getting a lot of my business here because Big Bad Toy Store actually gets their toys from TF Source.
Oh,
So I'll be getting them sooner because TF Source has to get their orders in and then send them to Big Bad Toy Store, and the Big Bad Toy Store has to separate them out and put them in your pile of loot.
but you know
sounds
what?
like there's blood in the water in the business world of these.
Yeah,
Right,
like,
right.
We're in the same agreement with that because I'm like, for them to be pulling that off, there's something happening in the background.
Right.
You heard it here first on Children of Primus.
But TF
Yes,
Source does have a
yes.
great selection.
Mhm.
I've ordered a few pieces from them in the past just because when Big Bad Toy Store, that they've got a set number where we're going to pre-order 100 of these. Well, if they're sold out, like the Matrix sold out in like 15 minutes as soon as they posted it at BBTS. And so I was not able to get there. So I went to TF Source and I was just going to order it. And then I found this on there this week. And I was like, oh, wow, they have a pile of loot, but it's called a stack. Here, it's putting it in your stacked items. You're stacking stuff up to be shipped later.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Magnus, since you're talking about Big Bad Toy Store and by extension, was it TF Source?
TF Source, yep.
I've been meaning to ask you what's their turnaround for stuff that's already in stock and then with stuff that you pre-order.
Well, I mean, pre-order is when it comes in.
Yeah, obviously, they're not like as bad as Hasbro where it's like you see like how many other websites sending it out and all that type of stuff.
The problem with actually using the Hasbro site itself is, one, you can't buy now, pay later.
True.
Hasbro, if you pre-order it, you're paying for it right now, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't mind. Sometimes I prefer that because
But
Amazon annoys me with the pre-order crap.
with
Wait,
Hasbro, that's the source. That's the top of the pyramid. These other guys have to get their stuff from Hasbro. And now I've jumped into a second tier instead of the third tier, which is Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah, I was more.
And that was the
curious
order
about
that
the,
I was going to go through. It was because I like these secondary stores. I don't like. I know my money is eventually going to get to Hasbro. It's eventually getting there.
Right.
I don't just want to go here, take it all.
Yeah, I was more curious
Hasbro-
about
Hasbro
the stuff
tells
that's
you-
already in stock. Was what I was more. Are they pretty good about if it's in stock? You know, how sometimes if you order
It's
something
usually
on
shipped
Amazon,
within 2 days.
okay, because you know how sometimes Amazon takes their sweet ass time, even if something's in stock and it's like been in stock.
If you catch Big Bad Toy Store, Sodom, you're on the same time I am,
Yep.
aren't you?
I think most of us are.
Us three, I think, are. Me,
I think
Sodom,
aliens. I
and
think
Magnus.
what it's. I think. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, like the only people I can think of is like some
Yeah, it's
people in the
7:43.
chats, like Sheba Kobe on like the West Coast, and then some of the West Coast guys, and then people
Well,
like.
we're
7:43 right now where I'm at.
yeah, we're Eastern, so we're an hour later than you guys.
Right.
Okay, so it is. It's 7:44 for you, Spin, and but like me, Bill, and Mr.
Nope.
Magnus, and
8:44 for us, at least for
Oh,
another
okay.
7:44 for us.
for another
it's
month.
8:40. No, it's 8:44 for me. So.
Yeah, same here. It's 8:44.
Yes,
Welcome to
I'm
Children of
an hour
Primus.
behind you all.
Okay, so
So for you, Sedum, if you order between noon and 3 your time at Big Bad Toy Store or TF Source, usually it starts shipping and you'll get an email before the end of the day
Nice.
that it's already processing. If it's something that's in stock.
yeah, because last
Yeah, it's a big
week I was
release.
finally able to start
That's
doing
for
some
Big
of
Bad
the easy
Toy Store
fun
and
money
TF
because
Source,
of I don't have the 4-month defer because of the broken arm anymore. So I'm gonna be starting to catch up on stuff, and I've been looking at like who has the best price on different stuff I didn't get, in stores.
I got delivered.
I have noticed that TF Source is about 4% higher,
Mhm.
and I think it's because they have more stock.
Yeah, I think Big Bad Toy Store, they have Skybound from Age of the Primes for like the old, like the pre-tariff price, I think. Or cheaper than Amazon. Amazon, all theirs are marked up currently. I can get Big Convoy cheaper at Myers right now, so at the 54 rather than the 58.99. And I know that was the studio's concept art KSI Widow. That's the other one I'm eyeing, and I can get her at the 24 rather than the 28 from Amazon of all people, which is surprising because they're normally, at least for me, Amazon I tend to find to be expensive typically, even more than eBay sometimes.
I would like to say this. This is coming from me, who, whenever I have spare time, just decide to look through every website that I know to man that has Transformers. Any
you're like,
Amazon listing. This is just going off of every Transformer listing I've seen on Amazon.
So
because
at the end of the day, like your screen just says no more internet for you. You've gone through every website that exists.
well, every
Where's the end of
Transformer.
the net?
And to go off this, in Amazon, if you just search up legacy figures or any of the previous Studio Series stuff that didn't do well, every single figure on there is going for either dirt cheap or decently okay prices, actually, because most of Legacy, like Legacy Wave 1 and 2 and 3, actually, a bunch of the figures have now gone priced down to like $17 to $18. Like Cosmos and Beachcombers' reissues. Like, there's been a lot of things I've noticed that have become cheaper on there.
Now we're gonna jump to the comment, and I know Impactor has his video on the screen. Mario says in the same pulse they mentioned in the Video going over the Studio Series 86 Skywarp. With the new Seeker mold, they want to repaint all of them. The one they want do the most Sunstorm. And
They haven't done a Sunstorm in years. And the last
They
one was
didn't even do them with the
exclusive.
last two molds, so yeah.
and
The most recent thing is the the Shining Galaxy. I think it was Wave 2 of Shining, because that was my first Blokies. Was their Sunstorm, and then Acid Storm was in Wave 1.
cool. And time of the end. Welcome says whoever just said that you get charged right away in Hasbro Pulse when you order, that's a lie. You get charged for pre-orders when the item gets shipped to you.
I was going to say, it works that way in Canada, but I thought maybe it was different in the U.S.
Then that's a rather new shtick.
Yeah, because I remember with Hasbro Pulse, they, at least in Canada, they send me, if I pre-order something on there, they send me an email basically warning me it's going to be in stock soon, so we're going to charge you soon, which I always appreciate.
No.
Sounds like it sounds like somebody's dying.
Well, everybody's dying very slowly. That's how life works.
Well, I'm not dying just exactly yet.
Well, you do know the leading cause of death is living.
Fair point. Well, I'm not. I don't feel like I'm dying, so I think I'm good.
Now, Impactor, let me melt your brain just a little bit.
Oh God.
Okay, we all are dying in 3 minutes, but you reset that clock every time you take a breath.
Oh,
That's a lot of breaths happening at once.
Now everybody's aware of their breathing. Thank you for that.
Now,
I just start doing that right away.
I'm going to throw something. I mean, I know we do have to round up our Teletran 1 segment soon. And I throw something out here now, and then maybe we'll throw it in our Teletran 2 segment. The Matrix that they released, that Hasbro recently released, did they call it a life-size Matrix or a human-sized Matrix?
I've heard that term going around. I don't know if they called it that, but yeah, it wouldn't be life size. It would be person sized.
That's what I'm wondering.
Bro, if the Matrix of Leadership was life size, it'd be the size of a car.
Exactly.
We have. I would need to find a panel of it, but we have images in Skybound of
Spark
Plug walks into the Matrix, right? When it happens to be on the ground. So we have a direct look at what it looks like next to a human, and it's big enough for an adult man to walk into the crystal chamber.
Mr. Magnus is
Had anything came out of him walking into the? I know like Optimus was having like seeing Sparkplug's memories or sharing memories with him or whatever. Has anything ever came out of that?
Well, it helped him
yet?
like basically the fact that Sparkplug was in there, it meant that he was able to basically unblock the corruption from Megatron's arm being attached to him.
And then on top of that, help us end Shockwave.
Because I know I had been
the write-up of
like
the Matrix says that it's cosplay sized.
Okay, that's a good way of phrasing it.
Okay.
That is the politician's answer.
Like before we started talking here, Mr. Magnus's friend who made that oversized Starscream gun, I feel like could maybe just build a Matrix of Leadership the size of a car.
Ooh.
Like, that's insane. That's insane. Like, at no point, ever in our life would we imagine seeing, like, a life-sized Noah Ray.
Now, where do I have it stored? I'm going to say, Pete made me a Matrix of Leadership years ago. And it's in this room somewhere.
Unicron ate it.
He may have.
The cat ate it.
And Mario says, and the one thing I've designed to do the new Stereo Series 86 Seekers is remold and retooled. It is the cone heads because they were also in the 86 movie.
This
it's in this cabinet.
This is me being a nitpick. But for like the characters that only appear for like a few seconds, we need an 86 reflector since we see him for that one scene as everybody just regroups.
Yeah.
It will happen.
They're putting Real Jack and Sunstreaker and Hound in here because they were in the movie in the background. So yeah,
Well, Sunstreaker wasn't in the
That's a
background.
good
Sunstreaker
one.
was in one moment basically with Optimus.
Yeah, when Optimus gets off the ship and like Megatron must be stopped no matter the
And-
cost.
You got that, George.
You can rig it up with LEDs, and that's where the batteries go.
Oh, that's so
Oh.
cool.
lovely. I put up a screenshot of Sparkplug walking in the Matrix so you can see its scale next to a human.
Yeah, the reason I asked about the
No, that's not the
spark
wow.
plug in the
Yeah.
IDW comics was I was just since they had showed the pictures of that Ava Unit 1 Optimus Prime 2.0 because there was the MP one years ago. I was thinking how when Evangelion, spoiler for an anime from the mid 90s, how all the Avas 1 and 2 have in Shinji's mother's case, her entire soul's like entrapped in the Ava, and then with Ava Unit 2, it's like the half of Asuka's mother's soul that's actually caring of her daughter and not a psychopath who's like, hey, my doll. That
So-
she
None of
hangs.
them know what you're talking about, Sedum.
No,
I
we
do.
don't know.
Watched that show
Evangelion is
online.
one of my
Magnus.
favorites. I know what you're talking
Mr.
about.
Magnus would appreciate that, but I was just thinking, it's like, because I know I remember early on, like in the comic, the Skybound comic, when Optimus pulls off his arm and beats people with it. That's a reference to
It's a thing that happens.
Gundam 08th Mission Team, the big fight where they fight the Xeon Ace that pilots a golf
Skywarp
golf
that he beats the crap out of,
GOUF.
right?
When
It's Skywarp that he beats the crap out of, right, with his own arm.
Yes, and then later he gets built into a computer.
2 years
You know what I might do?
on the
I
computer.
might just buy that Skywarp and then eventually
That is what
buy
happened.
Thundercracker. I'm gonna just buy Skywarp for the time, and then I'm just gonna create that scene out of meme sakeness. And also, before we leave and before my video is shown, since the last time I showed you guys my Lego collection, my Legos now, oh man, I hate the glare, has the character it's increased
That is nice.
from
Ooh.
16 brawlers to now 48 brawlers.
Nice.
And I swear I've spent more money on Lego this week than I have Transformers.
That's believable. Lego's expensive. This is not hard
Well,
to spend
no,
money on Lego. than
I
Transformers.
spend it.
Yeah, which is
on-
unfortunate.
So I buy. It's like, I think it's around 3 pounds of Legos I buy for $10 or $8 now actually, since I got the deal stuff on it from my from my Lego store that I go to.
That's actually very cool. Now, before we end Teletran 1, let us know what we have up on the screen, Mr.
Okay,
Impactor.
so I just completed one. I was missing the tire to this character for like a few years, so I just fixed him. And so since he turns into something very much odd, since I don't have his other half, I just decided to do this. So enjoy.
Hey, Megatron. You suck.
Oh,
I think I'd make a better leader than you. Oh, really? What do you have that I don't that makes you a better leader?
Dad,
Watch this.
dickhead.
That
That was
Hey,
fun.
Megatron.
that's
Watch
art.
this. Now I'm more
Just
powerful
changes
than
into pants. He's a Fresno Nightcrawler.
But look, I just do the like old style of like Armada with his
you.
transformation.
Watch this.
Yeah, stock footage.
I'm more powerful than you.
And here he says,
Than you. I'm more powerful than I'm more powerful than you.
he's not. And well,
I don't
His
just wear
ending.
the pants around here. I am the pants.
Yep.
and then the final one, which so to go off this, I'm now doing the so with my Lego stuff, I'm doing tutorials now of my characters.
Ooh, that's very cool.
Which thank you guys for commenting. So I do the full-on this now, basically, for the fun stuff.
Let's build the shotgun.
Actor woke up and chose violence.
No, it's the actual part. Don't be alarmed. These are not real revolvers.
Pew pew.
Impactor, do you need Lego guns?
Yes, to create the characters accurately to the actual thing. And though unfortunately I do own a lot of brick tactical guns. Like I could quickly just run off and grab my pints. I have an entire pint of like Lego guns.
What is
There you go. That's
happening?
Megatron's response. A whole line of Fresno Nightcrawler Transformers.
That is funny.
Being
Impactor,
goofy with the blowguns.
I only have a few sprues of Lego guns.
Oh dear.
Oh wow!
Just a few.
Thick.
Well,
And you impressed Impactor so much, he went through like 10 more puberties with his voice dropping.
I have a deep voice now. Actually, a fun fact, today was my first time actually going to a gym, and which is now going to be a daily occurrence for the rest of my life, apparently.
Well, good. It's good for you.
I could definitely say
It'll
I'm
make
going
you
to
live
be.
longer.
The stop motion stuff might take a little time. Then that's the reason why I mentioned.
But you can do stop motion in like 5 minutes.
Yes, but if my arms and legs are so out of it, I don't think I can move, and. That was the first experience I've ever had of not being able to move my limbs fully because I was lifting close to 150 pounds.
If I
You'll
can
get
give you
used to it.
any advice, in your young life, light weights, more reps.
And lift with the knees.
Don't go heavy. Light weights, more reps.
All right.
It's the same workout because you're working out until you get to muscle failure. Lighter weights, more reps. You'll bulk up faster. You'll get long, lean muscles.
Actually, to go off this in my head, so I told my dad I want to do it because it was his idea to see if what I can lift is my maximum. Like, what would be my maximum, in which it's around 150. I cannot physically go any higher. That's the same advice my dad said. So I guess it does prove truth by my assumptions.
No, we're gonna pin that conversation till another day because we're going to have to jump over to Teletran 2.
Well,
So,
I just found something. Bring this up.
oops, actually,
TM
I just
Sword.
removed it. Hold up.
Is that the notorious?
There we
TM Sword has the Divorce Class Metroplex in stock.
For a
Uh-oh.
cool $1,800
American.
I can
American.
make that in one summer. man.
American.
So about 86,000 for us.
And free shipping.
Free shipping
And free
Magnus, don't tell me you're trying to own some of
for the
biggest.
financially responsible man.
Oh no!
shipping. And on that note, we're going to say to all our one for our Teletran 1 and
all
join
our
us at Teletran 2.
Oh goodness!
We now return you to the Children of Primus.